Okie doke. Hey, hi, hello, welcome back, Alexandrian Codex. For the life of me, I can't figure out why OBS can't capture audio from I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. It's not a huge deal. It can capture it from the desktop audio, but it can't split it off as its own audio feed. I'm sure I'm missing something. Well, no, I'm not sure I'm missing something. I'm reasonably certain that I'm not. But I could be wrong. So, hey, hi, hello, welcome back, Alexandrian Codex. Let's, pop into this. Load. Age 11. Run 1. Let's get started with, Age 11, Year 2. So we had a lot of shit happen last time. Some traumatic loss, little acts of heroism. We are technically heroic right now. We're at 99 out of 100 stress, so we're doing something today, but not sneaking out, and then resting tomorrow, and then next month, and then sneaking out on the 3rd. Nem has her mouth wide open to the sky, catching flakes of the weird snow that drifts from the sky. Tangy, she giggles. Get it? Tangy? Like tangent? That's what we use to color. You remember? I don't have anything for you, right? I don't have anything. I have medicinal roots, which can go to dis or tangent. And I have a crystal cluster, which I think can go to tangent. I'm gonna try. Hey, Dis. You spot Dis arguing with someone working in expeditions. They point angrily back to the gates, and Dis swings towards you, anger in his eyes. We're trapped here, grumbles. I hate it. I hate it here. Relevant to today, buddy. Happy January 20th, by the way. Wow! Dis is uncharacteristically excited about the roots. They're so colorful. I've never seen roots like these before. What kind of plants are these from? Dis is sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out to the jungle. He's just staring out into nothingness and picking absent-mindedly at the weeds. He pretends to not notice as you approach. Sit down with him. He shifts uncomfortably as you sit, but doesn't say anything. You both just hang out, saying and doing nothing. You stare out the big gates. The grass in the colony is trimmed short by garden bots, but out there it's wild and as high as your waist. Head Surveyor Tonin is preparing his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's gonna stay out overnight. Starting to wonder if this will ever acknowledge you when he says, I gotta go. As he starts down the hill, he pauses and says, this is a good spot. I'll probably come back here tomorrow. Tangent is standing with her face held up to the sky, letting blue snowflakes land on her cheeks. They melt almost immediately. She doesn't move as you approach. After a minute, she winces and rubs her eyes. It stings, she says, because it's made of acid. Acid snow? Tang nods. Professor House says it isn't harmful and is an important part of the natural cycle here. It freezes at 12 degrees Celsius and turns into tiny crystals that are so heavy they fall from the clouds. You can see them under a microscope. She sticks her tongue out and lets some of the flakes fall on it. It tastes kind of sour, but sweet, she observes. Fascinating. Tang pulls out a sample jar out of her coat. We know what it's made of, but our understanding is incomplete, she says and places the jar in an outcropping of rocks. The big mushroom shape changed in shape and color before the snow began to fall. I can't read. Oh my god. I wonder, is there some sort of signal that precedes the changing of the seasons? What happens if I expose samples collected in dust season to snow from quiet season? A small, excited smile creeps across Tang's face. There's so much to learn about this planet. I can't wait. You and your brother are so much alike. Tang narrows her eyes. Yeah, we used to get that a lot, she says. I guess it's still true. If you think sneaking out of the colony is the same as valid scientific research. She frowns at you. He's so dumb, she mutters, shoves her hands under her arms. He only cares about feelings, especially his own. I don't have time to waste explaining simple concepts to mental degenerates, Tang sniffs. If you're here to ask me a question, please make it quick. God damn! I mean, look, she's not wrong. Our reasoning is a 2. Tang shrugs. You should probably just keep it. I don't even know what to do with that. When you insist she keeps it, she shrugs again. Sure, maybe I'll find a use for it. Okay, well, she doesn't love it. Fuck. Fair enough. You spot Mars tapping away at a hollow screen. She appears to be looking at different clothing options on a digital doll maker. See, Soanasea, she said, showing you her work. You can look like anything you want. I always thought I'd look good with, like, horns, maybe. She hums. Maybe I can ask engineering about it. I think Dad would hug us, but I don't want to hug. I'm just gonna eat the stress and then... I think this jerk wants to hug. Your mom is hard at work. Are you even surprised anymore? She cares about these fields more than she cares about anything else. Cal is scrubbing his hands at the water barrel, trying unsuccessfully to get all of the dirt out from underneath his fingernails. Looks like a lost cause. Cal's hands have been dirt-stained probably since you landed here. Stupid. Cal mutters, stupid. Ah! He jerks his hands out of the water and holds them to his face, and you hear him sob, why did they have to... It's not fair. We didn't do anything to them. He wipes his eyes and startles when he sees you. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just, washing my hands. Cool. Love a traumatized Cal. That's cool. That's real cool. We could level up toughness. Yeah, I guess. I'm assuming Dad has an event right now that would reduce our stress if I talk to him. I don't want it. I want to shovel dirt. You join Cal at a particularly fragrant pile of compost. He's trying to use his hoverboard as a wheelbarrow, carefully pushing compost off it into the pile. Don't you just love this? Cal asks excitedly. Dirt? I guess it's okay. No, he laughs. I mean, just this. He waves his arms, dirt encrusted up to the elbows to take in the entire greenhouse. We get to help plant stuff and watch it grow. Even if we're just moving dirt around, we're still helping. Why do you like it so much? Oh, well, he considers. I like digging holes in the dirt, because it's so full of surprises down there. I found a worm. Wait, let me see if I can find her again. He sticks his hand into the compost and rummages around, his tongue sticking out of his mouth. I guess she got away, he says after a minute. She was real shiny, like a rainbow. Wait, he says. I just thought of a thing I like better. He shows you his splayed hand. Getting dirt under my fingernails, he laughs. I don't know why, but it's the best. Yes. Yeah. Oh, God, this is... Well... I can't do better than that, right? There's no world in which I can do better than that. 17's the best we can do. Yeah, okay. 5 toughness, 5 kudos, 12 stress. I'm fine. So much has happened in the months since the monster attack during the glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony's attacked again. In all the excitement, you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with an enthusiastic shouts of, "Surprise!" A Vertumnan year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Spark snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls up a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish, like a magic trick. At least you think it's a fruit. What are those? Bobber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like a lemon, only more blue? I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what else you'll find? Solana says not allowed outside the gates, your mom interrupts, her voice sharp. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually, your dad says, but your mom cuts him off again. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack. Not with everything we know is out there right now. I was a hero? Don't even start, your mom snaps. You should have been in the crush with the others, not putting yourself in danger for no reason. You don't get it. You know your mom wasn't a farmer back on Earth. She was a fighter. She's such a hypocrite. Even so, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Rhett's offering self-defense lessons at the garrison. You know, even for the kids. If you're interested, you should drop in sometime. We unlock defense training in the garrison. Your mom gives you a staring look. I know your friend Dis has been sneaking outside the walls, she says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm gonna put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a good joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. What? Me? Never. You better never, your mom retorts, crossing her arms. I would never leave next month. New perk? Oh! Nice! So, perks are unlocked at levels 33, 66, and I believe 100. 99 or 100, one of the two. And they get progressively better. You can really min-max skill development once you know what these are and if you take them into account. This just gives all physical cards, red cards, a +1 in physical challenges, which is quite good. We are stressed the fuck out. I don't believe anyone has anything that they want to say. I'm just gonna take this blue fruit and give it away now to Cal. Have the bobber fruit. Food! Cal grabs the fruit out of your hands and remembers his manners. He gives you a big hug. Thanks, Solanasea. I'm starving. How did you know? You need some time off. Amen, brother. Amen to that. Let's relax in the lounge. You spend several hours a day obsessively checking the local holonet for updates. With so few people in the colony, social media can be very dead. It feels like you're talking to yourself sometimes. You try to start a few conversations, but most people are busy at work or at school. Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah. For sure want to forget this. Alright, it is late quiet. We're clear-minded, which is okay. And this is the last month that we have heroic. Yeah, so whatever Dad had going on, I think is an event when you have 70 stress or higher, and it only happens once, which I wasn't talking to him. It reduces stress. It's a good failsafe, but I didn't want to use it. You spot your dad playing cards with two of the other agriculturalists. You don't recognize the game, but you watch your dad throw down his hand and groan, and peel off a shirt and toss it into a pot. "I'm literally losing my shirt over here," he says, and his two friends laugh uproariously. Your dad wipes his eyes, chuckling, and then sees you. "Oh, hey, Solanasea, you need something?" "Nope." Dad playing strip poker. Love to see it. Good for him. Good for him. Oh, God. Uncle Tonan's eyes look distant, but he musters a half-hearted smile for you. "Oh, buddy, I'm sorry." Some farmland is spilled outside the walls. The fields don't look like they're doing very well. Nobody's around right now. In fact, it looks a bit abandoned. There are some meager-looking crops ready for harvest, but animals are starting to get at them. Let's salvage them. You pull a handful of wrinkly tubers. They're probably supposed to be potatoes eventually, or maybe yams. It's hard to tell. You dig around a little longer, but it's all pretty picked over. Anything over here? Okay. I think I can't remember what the boss is on this one. It's not super important. You let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blob grass. Totally transparent, the sticky fronds are hard to see, but even harder to ignore, especially once they start glomming onto your boots and slowing you down. It's like trudging through thick mud. You stubbornly decide to keep going, paying close attention to visible signs of the blob grass field. And there aren't many, just an absence of other vegetation. Huh. So my inclination is to this. And then throw on this. But that would give a 12. And if I do this instead, we're gonna get a 13. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe I should have kept it. No, it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 3. Is an 18. Okie dokie. 00216. There's no world in which that gives a fuck. Yep, there is. Okay, 14 is the highest we can do here. Yeah? Yes, nice. There it is. You hop along from that rock to that fallen log, then climb over those old pieces of surveying equipment. You get through the villainous blob grass. You spend a bunch of time on it though, and it takes some tricky balancing. It's tiring. What's our stress at? I think this is watermelon seeds again. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, then it's all the way at the top right-hand corner. The spark snow has been drifting around you all day, igniting teensy sparks where it touches the ground. But now it's really starting to come down hard. Hard like hail, not soft like snow. Except this hail ignites, more like explodes on contact with solids. Well, let's find something to use as an umbrella. You break off a large leaf on a long stem and hold it over your head. Makes a pleasant kind of thrum as the drops splatter on it. Okay, well, now I have 41 stress, so this is probably fine. Watermelons? Yeah, just relax. Hell yeah, baby. Ah, okay, no, I have to do this last. This forces us to leave. I'm glad it's this, and I thought it was this today, but do I care about this? Let's go around this. I care, but there's something specific I'm looking for. just I'm trying to find the okay, can't see. It might the not unicorn might be the Unisaur might be right here, or it might be all the way in the top right hand corner of the map. I can't remember. And I only have so much energy, so regardless, I should try to push through here. Because it's either... Yeah. You're minding your own business when you stumble into... There's something here. Something invisible that makes the hairs on the back of your arms stand on end, like an electric aura. As you fall forward, it begins to feel like something nipping at your ankles. But when you look down, there's nothing there. You back away, the sensation stops. You move forward. Oh, it's worse. Feeling is like tiny electric bites, and it's growing more intense. Some kind of microscopic gnats, an electrical field of some sort. It hurts, but maybe you can find a way to avoid it and get through the area. Let us perceive it. One, two, three. No, well, I may not have to play this. I'm kind of pissed. I'm not super happy about this turning out the way it did. Let's play Telling a Violent Tale right now. Okay, I was worried we might have gotten some social cards. Okay. That's as good as it gets. Right? Yes? Yes? Yeah, okay. It's not a complicated hand, but I tried to overcomplicate it. By trial and error and a little intuition, you find a route through whatever it is. The shock seems strongest at some kind of low-lying fractal palms. You hear humming from the palms and decide it must be some kind of natural electric field, maybe to ward off animals, like you. Fuck, you're here. This just sneak. You spot Uncle Tonin, Chief Surveyor Tonin, that is, bumbling about, preparing some automated survey equipment at a clearing. He's very cautious, jumpy even, but he's making a lot of noise. Every few minutes he'll pause to listen and check his surroundings, then go back to banging away. He shouldn't be hard to avoid if you don't want to get caught sneaking out. Oh, sneak past him. Wow. Incredible. One hell of a starting hand. I'm gonna save this for the last round, I think. 3, 3, 4, 6. I'm glad that I did. Okay, so 0, 2, 1, 3, 5, 18 versus 17. I think 18's as good as this gets. Yeah, it is. Nice. You sneak past Chief Surveyor Tonin, I cannot read today, easily. While walking back, he makes a noise, ducking down where he stops to check his surroundings. We have hit Perception level 1. All collectibles now glow. I've been pretty good about collecting them, but now they'll glow like this. Just make sure that you don't miss them. Okay, is the Unisaur up here? Nah, I didn't think so. Well, fuck. Okay, that means it's down. It's not here. I should be fine. I should be fine. A nearby pond is dammed up and washed out the path here. The path continues on the other side. Let's bravely jump over it. That would give a 12. That would get an 11. Let's do this. Oh, that's all cards under 2 become 2. Well, that's still pretty nice. Ah. Okay. Not great. 0, 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 3, 5. 18, 17. Yeah, it's better to... Oh, man, that is so unintuitive. It's better to not boost any of these. So we have a straight here. You're the odd one out. I can't put you here because that'd be 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Would a 1, 1, 1, 2... Ah, that would be better. Okay. Huh. Okay. No, oh, there was a 20 possible. Fuck. That's okay. You bravely fall in and get wet. You flounder towards the other side, soaked, but victorious. Hey, Unisaur. Okay, hey, buddy. We've done this before, right? Let's be as quiet as possible. Okay, doing paperwork you absolutely play in the first round if you have it. Let's go ahead and throw this in there. I don't have to use this. I could use this instead. Is there any reason to not do that? Well, because it doesn't pair with anything. Yeah. 1. Nope. Nope. 15. Right. Well. Right. You're not wanting me to go 3, 4, 5, right? You are, you motherfucker. Okay. All right. Yep. All right. 21. There we go. Get some... That was animals, right? Yeah, get animals. Get animals. Get stress reduction. This is such a good event. And we're at stress 49. This planet is full of all sorts of bugs, little wrigglers, hopping beetles, shining creepers, and snaily things. Oh my. You crouch in the long grasses and explore a square meter in great detail. There's so much to see. You don't even know what any of these things are. They might not even have names yet. Touching one gives bravery. Watching gives perception, and we have perception being boosted, so I'm gonna watch. You stare with big eyes at the wonders of the natural world. You come across a cluster of mush trees. They're not fully grown yet, but they're still pretty big. It might be good to harvest them before they get all gross and mushy during the rainy season. We give them a friendly pat. Get some perception, get some animal handling. Oh, animals, not animal handling. You're not playing D&D, you nerd. What, 13 to 26. I can't do 2 more. I can do 1 more. Huh. Unless one of these is a stress reduction event, and they're not. I don't know what this is. Can I really not cut through there? It's kind of annoying. This would give animals. I kind of want to roll the die. Yeah, let's gamble. Fuck, it's a terrible event. You spot a suspiciously regular mound of spark snow. Maybe something's buried underneath. Could be dangerous, though. Poke it with a stick. Gain perception, you cautiously break off a branch and prod the suspicious mound, watching closely for signs of movement. Nothing. You poke further and discover, in fact, it is just a regular pile of snow. Nothing more. Yeah, damn it. Stress, just enough that I can't do any other events, so let's go to the boss. If I'm like really desperate for things to do, I might come back later in the year for the last 3 events and maybe in a different season after things spawn. I don't know. You hear a sad hiccuping sound and follow it to find a sick Hopeye. It's hunched down low, its foot completely nestled under its body and shivering uncontrollably. Its enormous eyes roll around in confusion and fear at your approach. Adopt it. Try to take it home with you. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll have to play this. Yup. 1, 2, 3. 3. 6. It's a 24. 23. 24. 20. No, 24. No, okay, I'm like, there's no way that's better, right? I still wanted to try, but I think 24 is as good as we can get here. Und it is. Okay. Lose 1 stress, gain 1 kudos. The Hopeye hisses and tries to bite you. It doesn't want to be touched. You throw your jacket over it, then carefully pick it up and put it in your pack. You crack the zipper a bit to give it some fresh air. Your dad helps you make a little nest for it in an empty part of the geobonics barns. Every night, you bring it food and water and gradually nurse it back to health. Cal takes an active interest in the recuperation. Utopia says that Hopeyes don't really have a gender. Same, he says, as you're washing out the pen together. Or maybe she says they're both, and they're really social. So what are you gonna name them? Hop Solo? Like Han Solo? Yeah, Optimus Prime. A noble companion who's more than meets the eye. Perfect. Okay, so these... I've always gone with Sir Hops a lot. I didn't realize that the text is different for everyone. Cal offers the Hopeye a piece of bobber fruit. I can't read. Cute. Optimus Prime plucks the fruit from Cal's hand and hops into your lap to snuggle down and nibble on it. Cal snaps a photo with his hollow palm and shares it, captioning "Friends for Life." Hopeye reduces any stress by 1, so that's a total of -3 stress. This gives a +1 to pairs, 3s of a kind, 4s of a kind, and 5s of a kind as well. And pets follow you around and may appear in events. You crawl through the big drainage pipe behind the sports ball pitch, carefully sliding the metal grate back into place. You then carefully check that the coast is clear. Good thing, too, because Uncle Tonin is passing on his way back to the garrison. You curl up in the shadows and wait for him to leave. That was close. Got bravery, got perception, done. We didn't gain stress from that event. That's kind of nice. It's now early pollen, and I am immediately changing our gear. Sun Medallion, you've been good. Hopeye. Hey, buddy. Cute. You'll need a break soon. You're telling me. Take that. I'm not gonna talk to Dad because I'm pretty sure it's the stress event again. You catch Cal at the gates to the gardens. He's carrying a big bucket of rocks. "Hi, Soanasea," he exclaims. He pauses to pat your pet on the head, and hello to you too, Optimus Prime. "Oh, I'm supposed to tell you there's a new park near Geoponics now," Cal says. "We can run around all we want and nobody say we're trampling the fields. You should come play there sometime. And bring Optimus Prime, they'll love it." Relaxing in the park is very good. There's no events ongoing. I don't have any bonuses to anything. I can level whatever I want. Bravery is currently at a 19. That's probably fine. Well, I could get it to 20 and get your dialogue. Oh, wait. We've leveled up toughness. No? I've leveled up perception. Who the hell is perception? Your bravery, your reasoning, your animals. Wait, your animals? No, your biology. Your biology. Your animals, your organization. You are persuasion. And you were empathy. Okay, so nobody. Fair enough. I really want to get our reasoning up. I don't think I can. For Virtunalia, so I can do the nerd event. I don't think I'm pulling that off. But we can try. We'll study life sciences. You're bringing supplies to medbay when you see something unusual. Tangent curled up on a bench, her head pillowed in a rolled-up lab coat. She's fast asleep. You stop and stare. You never see Tang sleeping. She's always so busy. You're surprised she even has time to nap. Turn to leave her in peace when you bump into Nem. "Whoa," Nem says. "She hardly ever sleeps. Like, just a couple hours a night. Is she sick or something?" You look back at Tangent, snoozing peacefully. "I'm so jealous of her genetic enhancement," Nem says, rubbing at one of the scales sprouting on her jawline. "She hardly needs to sleep at all. She probably just stayed up all night studying for this morning's history test." Let her sleep. Tang's hull palm beeps a soft alarm. She sits up and stretches, looking totally refreshed and alert. She sees you watching and looks annoyed. "Just a power nap," she says. "No reason to gawk. Let's get to work." This becoming 2 does nothing for me. That does nothing for me. A 14's the best I can do here. Well, no. An 18 is. I need to be less shy about using these. Oh, I have medicinal roots. It's a new season. I should give those away. Or save them for their birthday. We'll see. Cool. +4 biology, +1 reasoning. Oh my god. Tangent's never gonna like us. Mid-pollen. Does anybody have anything they want to say? We're not completely stressed out yet. I'm good for now, but barely. I do more science. More life sciences. Getting biology up is really important, and this is the only way to improve reasoning right now. Engineering would improve it by 2. But hey, biology is what we got. This week in biology class, you're studying sugar bugs. This native species, like purple marshmallows, look like purple marshmallows about the size of your fist, all puffy and squishy and kind of cute. They don't move or do much, but if you tickle them, they exude an edible syrup from a hole at the top of their bodies. And now, Professor Howe says, you're gonna dissect one. Refuse to do it on ethical grounds, or dissect that little sugar bug. We gonna dissect it. You're given a, thankfully, already deceased sugar bug to work on. The moment your scalpel slices it open, a horrid smell assaults you, sweet like rotting fruit. Yuck! You saying Tang, try not to gag too. Dissection. Dissection. Okay, well that is a hell of a lot of 2s. Holy shit. Should I have held on to those? No. Yeah, I'm pretty confident about that choice. What would you be? A 3. Okay, so we have 2, 2, 3, 3. Nice. 20, we're done. You set neighbors to your values, so boop, boop. That's pretty good. 26? There's no way that... Yeah, okay, I'm like, there's no way that's better. Fuck me sideways. There was a 27? How? No, god damn it. You carefully section your sugar bug into 6 discrete organs. You take a photo with your whole palm, carefully filling labels for all the parts. That's pretty good, Ting says, peeking at your work. These things are swippier than I was expecting. Swipperier. Parts of mine are still moving. Great job, class, and we're gonna leave them overnight, says Professor Hal. The next morning, your class is in for a surprise. The sugar bugs are alive again, and there's more of them. Your teacher explains that their DNA is so malleable that almost any part of a sugar bug can turn into almost any other part of it if it needs to. The resulting sugar bugs are smaller, but will eventually grow into full-size ones. Retunement biology is weird. You're finishing breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struts in. Look at you eating cereal, she says, turning her nose up at you. I bet you don't even know what day it is. You're right, I don't. Today, she announces to the room, is St. Valentine's Day. Dis and Cal wander over to hear more. Back on Earth, Mars explains, it was a day when everybody had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. And then you put the sweets under your pillow. It makes you dream about who you're gonna marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows and pigs. Cal laughs. Pigs? We don't even have pigs here. Before Mars can answer, Diz snorts. This is dumb. Marzipan just made it up to get free candy. He rolls his eyes and walks away. As he leaves, Mars shouts back at him, well, nobody was gonna pick you anyway. You stink. I know who my best friend will be. Mars bats her eyes jokingly. Oh, really? Who could it be? She asks playfully. I'm gonna tell the other kids about it, Mars says. So you go around and find your best friend and give him a gift. She points her finger at you. Make sure you do it by the end of the day or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend, she says, I'll try holdouts for the position. It's only fair. She tosses her hair over her shoulder and laughs. So, this event is free friendship with anyone. However, as a catch, Mars will be hurt. Mars's feelings will be hurt if you don't pick Mars. So it's either a +2 with somebody else and a -2 for Mars, or just a +2 to Mars. Mars has clearly been waiting for someone to come ask to be her BFF, but she's trying to play it cool, looking expectant and nonchalant all at the same time. She's tapping her foot while kind of idly looking at nothing. Want to be best friends? She hums, opening her hollow palm. Let me make sure I didn't promise too many other friends already. She pokes at her hollow palm, holding it so you can't see what she's doing. Let's see, you have a lot of good qualities I'm looking for in a best friend. Yes, I think of all the kids who applied, you're the most qualified for the position. Yeah, all one of us. Okay, Solana Saya, I choose you as my best friend. You remember the thing about the candy and fish some soy sweets out of your back pocket to offer her. They've gotten a bit soft and warm. What flavor are they? She asks, holding each one up to the light to appraise it. Ooh, a green fizz, those are rare. She then surprises you by handing you an entire bar of chocolate, a whole week's rations, wrapped like a present in a scrap of iridescent cloth. Marzipan always remembers her friends, she says, nodding benevolently. Pretty stressed out. Pretty stressed out. Okay, well, okay, I'll talk to Dad. We'll get the stress event, but like, I think we have to rest next week anyway. You meet your dad adjusting a watering pot in your mom's flower garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes running in red. Oh yeah, it is, pollen season, huh? You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People were hardly ever ill on the stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, little beanstalk, he says nasally. I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose with his handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, your dad tells you, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it has nothing to do with hay, your mom cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom at this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Your dad smiles kindly and agrees they sure are beautiful. He then blows his nose loudly. Sniff the flowers tentatively. They do smell good, and they look harmless. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey, Solanacea, I know the last few weeks have been really hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters ring. Yeah, I fucking know. However, counterpoint, hear me out on this. We can relax in the park in geoponics instead. You and Cal walk through the park, a special place set aside for growing ornamental plants from Earth. It was grown from a precious seed bank, preserved for over 20 years aboard the stratospheric before your mother started planting them here on Fortuna. Almost nothing here is grown for food, though many of them are technically edible. It's so green here, Cal says, stopping to smell a bush of fist-sized red flowers with velvety petals. Wow, they smell so sweet. My mom worked really hard on this. Your mom brought these flower seeds from Earth and somehow found time to cultivate them here, even though there was so much work to do on the farm. Just goes to show there's a lot about your mom that you still don't know. It's so peaceful. Cal breathes deep. A funny smile on his face. It really is. This is one of my favorite places in the whole colony. You can really feel the love in every plant. One pretty flower in particular is flourishing here. The Astrantia, your mother's favorite. It seems to be growing faster than even the native plants do, covering paths and bluffs with tiny white stars. You practically have to push clumps of it aside in some places just to make sure you don't crush any. Good thing it's so beautiful. You took the month off. What do you want to forget? Yeah, I do want to forget. Fuck. Value 1 cards. I want to forget 1s and 0s at this point. It's Dust Age, baby! God. Normally, he looks just kind of like, ooh, spooky, scary. Now he just looks fucking sad. And the model, I don't think has changed. I don't know, maybe it has. What up, Cal? Hold your head now, my darling. You hear as you enter the garden looking for Cal. It'll help with the swelling. Cal was sitting with his mother, Auntie Taraya, who keeps him holding an ice pack to his head. Cal's eyes are a little puffy. He rubs them and sniffs as you approach. Hello, Solanacea. Tira greets you with a kind smile. Don't worry, recalcitrans just took a tumble off of something he shouldn't have been climbing. Mom, complains Cal, it wasn't that bad. You gonna be okay? I'm okay, Cal reassures. I just bumped my head a little. Mom always knows how to make it better, he says with a boyish smile. Even if I'm old enough to take care of myself. My brave boy, Tira says, stroking his hair. Thanks for humoring me. She looks over to you. Don't let him show off for you now, Solanacea. Ground-based feats of bravery only for the rest of the day. Cal whines and wrinkles his nose. Tyr laughs and wraps him in a big, motherly hug, rocking him back and forth. Despite his protests, Cal's eyes are closed in happiness. He really loves his mom. Okay, well, we can't get our reasoning high enough. But I'm still gonna try to level it. Because biology is important. Look, I'm dumb. I'm dumb in this run. It's okay to study life sciences. You ask a question in class and are embarrassed when everyone laughs. You guess it was something you were supposed to know? You thought Professor Howe said there were no dumb questions. One, two, 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 5. This is the best, right? 20? Well, okay. 2, 2, 2, 4, 5, 23. That has to be the best. Okay, good. It's time once more for Vertumnalia. The mood of the colony has been muted this year, ever since the attack during the Glow. Though everything is still cheerfully decorated and the feast table is still heavy with food, mostly soy rations, this Vertumnalia feels different, in a way you can't describe. The colonists gather in the square for Governor Udicott's speech. What a year Vertumna's given us, the governor begins in her weedy voice. I stand before you so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in such a short time. I've always hoped that we would bring with us the best facets of humanity. Recuperation, resilience, creativity, and the events of this year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures were unexpected, but I urge everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Vertumnalia can sustain megafauna, that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on the logistics of domesticating the wildlife. Your dad, as second cultivator, stands and gives a sheepish wave to the crowd. There's a smattering of applause. Mars elbows you. Hey, she whispers. Did you hear? My dad says Udicott's gonna announce the depot's open to the public. You shoot her a questioning look, and she rolls her eyes. You know, shopping? Somewhere to spend all the kudos we've been saving up? There's gonna be candy and toys and makeup and nice-smelling soap, not the boring kind in the communal showers. You know the concept of shopping. They do it in the holovids from Earth, especially the ones Mars likes. But you've never actually done it. The colony provides everything you need, but it would be nice to buy yourself a treat. My dad gives me an allowance, Mars says, shooting you a look of pity. It's too bad your parents make you work for yours. You and Mars tune back into the speeches, just as Udicott, as predicted, announces the opening of the general store at the depot. Mars gives you a knowing look as she claps. Udicott gestures for the council members to stand. Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are, as always, proud to serve you and the colony as your government. The music starts up as Governor Udicott finishes. Thank you for all your hard work and your perseverance this year, she says over the ruckus. Together, we build the future. The crowd disperses, sets up for the annual Vertumnalia Games. I guess we're bot wrestling. I'm not creative, I'm not very rational, but by God, I'm gonna wrestle those robots. Nem and Cal join you for the bot wrestling biathlon. So named because Com has added a hologram obstacle course this year. Competitors will each get a turn to wrestle a hydraulic bot. We know how that goes. Okay, start the biathlon. Okay, I know I told you I'm bi, but you can't just go waving around like this. Okay, that would give a 12. That's not 11. I kind of want to hang on to this. Because, like, you're both 3s. Yeah, I'm going to hang on to this. Okay. I want to save you for the last round. Just so I can guarantee that this is all 2s. It feels like that 2's in such an awkward place. Yeah. No, I'm pretty happy about my choice here. 15. 22. 23, son of a bitch. Okay, 23. 27. Yeah. That's probably as good as this gets. Oh, this is locked in place. Yeah, duh, okay. 27. Fuck. A 30 was... Damn. Wow, look at you go. You do it. You didn't expect the hologram obstacles to move. The last one dances around and gets in the way before you get too close, but your reflexes are fast enough to dodge it. Calm hoots and hollers proudly at you when you absolutely destroy the competition. Even Nem has to begrudgingly accept you beat her fair and square. She shakes her hand and tells you she'll win next year. After the festivities are over, everyone takes off time for a much-needed break. Except me, I didn't need the break, but I got it anyway. Mars organized a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. It brightens everyone's spirits, even in the thick heat of dust. You end up on top of the western wall with this, launching water-filled poof shrooms down on an unsuspecting anemone in the sports ball court below. The walls seem like a neat place to... Did my monitor just die? Did you become unplugged? Fantastic. Web monitor's working. Well, okay, all right. That's fine. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, the HDMI cable came out. That'd do it. That would do it. Yeah. Okay. If you heard that quiet pop, that was the speaker in the monitor, because for some goddamn reason it has a speaker built in. That was popping as it was resetting. Okay, unnerving, but okay. Seems like a neat place to hang out and relax. We're gonna be cool. Gonna be cool. Much quieter than the lounge if you're looking for some solitude. I'm looking for a not a heart attack. Can we do that? Oh, good lord. Too late. Heart attack given. Okay, so kudos are doubled. We could keep leveling toughness. We could deliver supplies. The notice board should be a little different. Yeah, we did find a little bit of food. So we're only at -90 for a food shortfall. The supply depot, we could buy cake, which I don't really want to buy. Yeah, we can't equip a second item. I think I'm good on this for now. Yeah, well, this is how we level organizing, and I'm pretty sure our reasoning isn't high enough that I'm gonna get hit with something that's gonna have negative consequences, but that's okay. We gotta level. Mars has asked you to recruit some new members for the Secret Fun Times Club. Who do you approach about this fun, exciting opportunity to make friends and be your own boss? Nem, obviously. A club? Nem says, scratching her nose with the back of her hand. I guess I'm already in a club, though. I'll do it. But you gotta hold the meeting during Blurb, because I got sports ball practice during Yelly. What the fuck is Blurb and Yelly? Duly noted, you tell Mars to move the club meetings to Second Sun. It shouldn't be a problem. Nem startles you by jumping to her feet. Cal! Hey, Cal! Cal stops what he's doing and drops over. Nem swings her arms around his shoulders. You want to join a secret club? This text should be orange. Because she's talking to Cal. Cal isn't talking. Interesting. Small. I had not noticed that before now. You make the universal sign across your neck to stop talking, but Nem just grins. What kind of secret club would take me and not Cal? Looks like you get a 2-for-1. Nem and Cal were both at the next meeting and look very excited to be a part of the group. Mars looks excited to have more people to boss around. Anemone can be vice president of kicking stuff, Mars announces, you know, for when we need extra security or like if we need to open a door and can't use our hands. Cal will be vice president of transportation, Mars continues. Cal pulls out his hoverboard and grins. That'll be useful when we need to get somewhere fast, or if only one of us does anyway. He can deliver secret messages too. Mars makes them raise their hands. You promise to always be cool kids and do fun stuff together and never tell any adults about the secret Fun Times Club? Cal and Nem agree readily. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 1. That's a 5. This is a 5. This is 5. This is not a 2. 5 kudos if total equals goal. This would give... Wait. How the hell do I... How do I get a 16? How do I only get a 16 here? I have no idea how to only get a 16. I'm going for the highest score possible. But you are sometimes supposed to exactly equal the score and not just try to knock it out of the park, but nope, I'm trying to level organizing. That's why we're here. The kudos are nice, but they're not the main goal. Are the kudos that nice if you're not buying anything with them? Not yet, but they will be. All right, we just gotta keep the faith. How many? Okay, medicinal roots, I have 5. That means that before we get into rainy season, where's this? There's this. Hey, Dis. Oh, whatever, man. You're sneaking out. You don't see Dis at first, but you do hear rustling, followed by a screech of metal on metal. After a few minutes of looking, you spot Dis placing large rocks in front of a piece of corrugated metal leaning against the wall. He stops and looks at you. You didn't see anything, he says, going back to cover up his tracks. We've seen his reaction to those before, and I know you like the medicinal plants. I'm not a mental degenerate. Come on, man. Be nice. This is interesting, is all Ting says, taking the roots and turning them over in her hands. Her lips curl at the distaste of the dirt that still clings them. No, really, she protests when she sees a look on your face. I'm gonna analyze these roots to see if they have any useful properties. They might be medicinal. She turns to walk away and then remembers herself. Thank you, she adds, almost as an afterthought. She likes medicinal root. Gotta get that herb. That good herb. Who doesn't like that good herb? Okay, alright. Is today the day where I need reasoning? Oh no, yeah, it's today. Alright, that's fine. Is there anything nicer than a freshly nano-printed supply? They're so warm and they have that new smell. No, not yet. Alright. Me being a himbo has not caught up to me yet. Okay, this gives us 11. This also gives us 11. That gives 8. Also 11. I don't think we can do better than 11. Yep, nope, that was the best we can do. Fair enough. Well, we hit the goal exactly, got some extra kudos for it. And we're none the worse for wear. It's wet season, baby, which means it's your birthday. I don't have a damn thing you want. Yep, nope. You and you have a birthday at the end of the month. I know I need to go save you at some point, but I can't remember if it's age 11 or age 12. I think it's age 11. I think it's during rainy season. I don't fucking know. Hey, I don't know, and I'm not supposed to know, and I would not go out right now for that. I just keep leveling organizing, getting kudos. It's another meeting of the Secret Fun Times Club. You're trying to figure out what to do today. It's your job as Vice President of Fun Ideas, but you're having trouble coming up with something. Think, Solana Saya, think. What's that smell? Tang asks as she joins you. You think she means someone farted and you giggle, but you can smell it too. It's like burning mustard or spices, strong and acrid. Then the light overhead starts to flicker. Oh, that keeps happening, Morris says with a shrug. Like the same time every afternoon. Nobody knows why. It's a mystery. She and Tang look at each other, then you. A mystery? They jump to their feet. There's a mystery afoot, and the Secret Fun Times Club is going to solve it. Tang brings up a fresh notepad on her hall palm and adds 2 bullet points. Clue 1, weird smell. Clue 2, flickering lights. Cal sniffs the air. The smell is coming from the vent, he says, pointing to a screen in the corner. Oh, I'm organized enough to do this. I'm gonna... me sniff. Oh, I should have done... Well, a little perception doesn't hurt. You use your smell sense to detect the hints of things cooking. Maybe you should check the cafeteria kitchens. It smells awful in here. Antecedent is here, fanning the nanoprinter with the cutting board while it belches out foul black smoke. Oh gosh darn, kids! Don't come any closer. This darn nanoprinter's on the fritz again. Everything that comes out is awfully burned, and I don't want you to breathe in that smoke. Every gosh darn day, she mutters under her breath. You look up. The lights are flickering here too. There, did you see it? You take a closer look. There's some kind of black dust near them. That's weird. Little clumps of it are stuck to the wall and ceiling, all around the outlet and the back of the nanoprinter too. You climb up onto the counter, much to Antecedent's annoyance. When you put your hands near the black dust, your hall palm makes your hand tingle, like it's vibrating slightly. Tangent climbs up with you and tries it too. Electromagnetism, she confirms. The ferromagnetic materials in our hall palms are reacting to the presence of magnets, or an electric current. I think it's in this dust? She makes a note. Clue 3, electromagnetic dust. Antecedent shoos you out of the kitchens. Out! Go play somewhere else, my darlings. We got supper to prepare. You follow the black clumps of dust through the lounge, down a long hallway to the children's creche. It's quiet here, and instinctively you walk softly and stop talking. You slow as you approach the playroom. The creche playroom is empty and dimly lit, except for a hollow projector in the corner showing a purple teddy bear. The one that electrocuted your friend Tammy. It keeps flickering on and off. Goddamn, that is so much darker if Tammy's dead. Bravely enter the room. As you step in, all the lights in the room suddenly turn on. 2 musical toys start playing all at once, and a toy robot begins spinning in circles, whirring. Mars shrieks. Tangent rushes suddenly forward, grabs a glass from an art table, and slams it upside down on the counter. I caught it, she yells. You gather around to see. Under the glass are what looks to be 4 small metal things, like ball bearings. As you watch, one of them starts to roll. It advances to the edge of the glass, then rolls in a ring around the outside. It stops, then a long pair of silver antennae emerge from the top of the ball. They click together, producing a bright spark of electricity. You all jump back. The other 3 balls gradually wake and begin snapping their own antennae. I think we solved our mystery, Ting says with a growing smile. Sure enough, you find more magnetic black dust and something else. Tiny bite marks in the electric cord leading to the hall projector. They must be feeding off the electricity, Ting explains, and storing it like a battery to use for self-defense. This dust must be of their excrement. Fascinating. You report your findings to Professor Howe. He realizes these pests have, in fact, been siphoning off electric current from your ship since it landed. You're responsible for some dangerous power surges. One such surge must have been the one that killed your friend Tammy. From a quick look around the room, everyone knows it. Nem rubs Cal's back as he stares at the ground. I haven't seen this before because, like I said when we started, I safe-scummed. Hal gives you all some kudos and thanks. That's a decent amount of kudos, my guy. And a card? And I still do this? Mein Gott. 19? 17? Fuck, that's worse. Okay, 19. 19? Yeah, okay, that was the best I could do. Doesn't feel very good, but hey, the game says I'm doing the best I can. Mom says you have to be nice to me. Alright, we are done with that. I want to just keep doing biology. Yep. It really bothers me that hey, engineering leveled up. I wanna keep leveling biology right now. Reasoning, I'd really like to get there, but register for engineering classes. Using Congruence's HoloNet scheduling system is almost a test on its own. You feel like a hacker navigating the confusing interface, but manage to add your name to a list of drop-in students. You're now eligible to join Tangent and some of the older students in engineering classes. I will not be doing that. I will be doing life sciences. Today in class, you're studying genetic enhancements. Nearly everyone in the class has one, chosen for them by their parents before they were born. And it's all thanks to gene tech, Hal exclaims. Isn't it amazing? The people of Earth never had access to this stuff, and we have all the equipment right here in our little colony. Looking around the class, you see an incredible array of genetic modifications, animal features, enhanced sensory organs, and the like. There's much more that you can't see. Come on, don't be shy, Hal says, spreading his palms wide. What sort of things has old Instance been able to do in her lab? Feel free to share, if you have one that people can't see. Most kids share their genetic enhancements, if they have them. Temperature doesn't bother me, Hal answers when it's his turn. Never too hot or too cold, I'm always just right. Someone else jokes that Cal doesn't sweat. That explains why he smells like flowers and sunshine all the time. Tang keeps quiet and skips her turn to share. I love how Cal smells. Cal sniffs his own armpit and laughs. Like flowers? I guess a little, he says. I think I smell like being outside. Get up closer for an intimate sniff. I've never romanced Hal. Why? Because it requires that Tammy be dead. So if we're gonna romance someone, I think we have to do Cal this time. I'd love to romance other people who I like more, but there's no ethical way after this run to romance Cal. And if we're being a completionist, first time's the best time. Get up close for an intimate sniff. You lean in and take an exaggerated sniff of Cal. Ooh, you like how he smells. He giggles and shoves you with playfully away as you stuff your face into his shirt and breathe deeply. Plants and flowers and just a little bit of soil. He smells like Fortuna. Okay, well, 2, 4, 5... this is just here. This doesn't do a damn thing. This doesn't match with anything. It just gets in the way. Okay, so that would be an 18 versus an... Okay, an 18. What if... Why was that not obvious to me? That's clearly the right answer. Yeah, super goal, 20. This is the best we could have done. Great. 4 biology, 1 reasoning. Stress, kudos, some friendship with people. Not a bad time. Wait, wet. Tangent is in deep conversation with one of the other scientists. He seems to be consoling her, though Tangent's face betrays no emotion as he claps her shoulder and reassures her that she's doing really well for someone so young, and that everyone compromised some of their samples when they were first learning. He leaves and Tangent sighs as she goes to put her head in her hands, stopping short when she realizes she's still wearing gloves. She peels them off and digs her fingers into her eyes. You okay, Tangent? I'm fine, she replies immediately. I compromised an experiment I was working on because the vent was still open when I was spraying the workstation down with sanitizer. She sniffs. It's so gross here. I probably did that fungus a favor. Tangent takes a bottle of sanitizer from under a workbench and cleans while she speaks. There are pollen spores everywhere, she whines, and he comes here and tells me, it'll be okay, Tang, like it's his job to console and patronize me. But it is okay to make mistakes. Tangent shoves the sanitizer back under her workbench. Don't you understand? She says, frustration seeping into her voice. We never feel the pain of failure. If there's no cost to it, why would we ever improve? I need to own my own mistakes. What I don't need, she continues icily, is someone to pat me on the head and tell me it's okay and the adults will make it all better. I messed up, she says. Just let me fix it. Don't make a big deal about it like I'm a child with a boo-boo. Ah, kiddo. She's trying so fucking hard. Hey, Dis. Oh, I dare you to eat this worm. We're brave enough? Yes, I dare you to eat this worm. Oh, yeah? Dis counters. Well, I double dare you to eat a worm. You can't just turn down a double dare. You're no meek little hop-eye. Become a carnivore. Slimy. Very unsatisfying. Very, very gross. Dis eats his like a noodle, slurping it up and wrinkling his nose as it wriggles in his mouth. Yeah, he says, swallowing it whole, and shows you his empty mouth. Should have known better than to dare a person who fears nothing. Dis is standing outside the cover of the walls, his face turned to the rain and arms stretched out wide. He's soaked to the bone, his clothes cling to his tiny frame. This planet is wild, he shouts out of the driving beat of the rain. You can't stop it. It just is. Happy birthday, dude. For my birthday? He mumbles. Oh, thank you. This looks like it's from a very weird plant. Did you find it while you were exploring? Oh, more of this? You slip through the colony's gates, feeling a breeze from the mushroom forest ruffle your hair. You look around for Dis, but he's nowhere to be seen. Maybe he went to class today? Probably not. As you're about to return to the colony, you hear what sounds like crying coming from one of the expedition vehicles. You pull back the tarp that keeps it from being blanketed with fungal spores and find Dis curled up in the cabin. He wipes his eyes, turns away. Go away, he mutters. You okay? I'm fine. Dis sniffles. Just leave me alone. I'm not persuasive at all or creative. You want to talk about it? Why don't you go ask my sister, he mumbles. Tang is so mature. She knows everything. I'm just a sensitive little crybaby who doesn't know anything. Dis wraps his arms around his legs and hides his face in his knees. I hate her, he mutters. Everyone thinks she's so smart, but she's just a big meanie. I hate everyone here. I hate being here. I just want to be left alone. Big mood. I'm busy saving the colony, Ting says, brushing past you. What are you doing? God damn it, normally you like me. This sucks. Seems you've remembered my birthday, Ting says, taking the roots and turning them over in her hands. Her lips curl in distaste at the dirt that still clings to them. I'll set these roots aside to analyze later. Yeah. We've seen this. We've seen a variation of this. Okay, well, near the end of the season. Riri at 21. I don't know why I keep getting the Windows mouse, because it's set to not do that. I believed, I mistakenly believed that oh, well, that should be on. It's such a small thing. Run in background is on. Hardware mouse cursor is off. Und yet I keep seeing it. Why? I don't know. I want to get biology past 33. We're so close. So I think I'm just gonna stick with life sciences. You each pick a native Vertumnan keystone species and prepared an hour-long presentation to the class. You picked the float cow. Cal was excited. He was gonna choose float cow too. You end up working together in a slightly longer presentation, which gives Cal time to describe in gory details all the float cow births he's attended. The class is fascinated. Huh. That's as good as this gets, right? Yeah. Okay. There's a commotion in the square. An expedition's vehicle is driven through the gates and is idling in the middle of the square. Okay, it was age 11 and it was... I got somebody else killed. Look, I'm 11 years old. I shouldn't have known. The way you find out that he's in danger is Tammy warned you that he's been gone for a while, but Tammy's dead, so there was no one to warn me, and his sprite was still there in the door, so I had no reason to go on an expedition, even though I knew I should go on an expedition. An expedition vehicle is driven through the gates and is idling in the middle of the square, an unusual sight. People come down from command to investigate. Utopia gets out of the vehicle and trudges over to Udicott. After a brief conversation, you see Udicott gesture for people to unload the vehicle and clear the area. You stay out of the way and see what they're unloading. It's a body. Chief Surveyor Tonan's body. Someone quickly covers him up with the sheet, but not before the image of his torn open body is seared into your memory. However he died, it was violent and bloody. You feel your stomach cramp with nausea. What happened? Dis asks, coming over to crouch around the corner with you. You share that Uncle Tonan is dead, and he stares at the sheet-covered body intensely as if he could see through it. Did they say how? They never tell us the truth anyway. Nobody will tell the kids exactly what happened. Did something eat him? Did he get lost or fall off a cliff? Do they even know? Dis nods, frowning. They don't want us to know about the monsters and other worse stuff. They want us to think everything's fine, but it's not. This planet isn't as nice as they say it is. He shakes his head. They hate that they can't control us. You and Dis watch the adults carry Uncle Tonan's body away. From the way he's practically vibrating, you can tell Dis wants to ask more questions about what happened. After a few awkward moments, he sneaks away without saying anything, probably to try to take a look at the body. At least Tammy isn't around to see this, you think. At least they're together now. Wherever people go when they die. You watch Utopia bend over to get a hug from Udicott, wiping her eyes as she finally cries. Udicott's never been the most comforting presence in your life, but it seems to help. Utopia will probably be the next chief surveyor. At 24, she'll be the youngest council member. She was only a toddler when the stratosphere left Earth. Apparently her sharp eye and hoverbike's flying skills are the best in expeditions. Yay. Yeah, you thought you were getting through another year without something bad happening? Not on the first run, you're not. It's just a slow downward spiral. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fucked. It's fucked. Everything's fucked. Yep. No, don't have anything new from any of you. I guess, I'm back to studying biology. I didn't need to get calm, man. I might... Fuck. I'm remembering combat needs to be high at some point for something. I think next year? Is it 12 or 14? God, I can't remember. And I'm not gonna look it up because me not remembering is good. Professor Howe looks almost apologetic. It's important to check how you're all doing with the material, he explains, so we're having a pop quiz with everything we covered this month. Earth's ecosystem, climate crash of the 21st century. Should be easy as long as you've been paying attention. You and the other students exchange looks of horror. A pop quiz. Two people look unfazed. Tang and Cal. Both are sitting near enough that you could probably ask them for help before it begins. I'll be good. I may not be good. Burp. Give me a 5, 4. Fuck, it turns into a 3? Of course it does. But that counts as a... yeah. Wow. 0, 1. 0, 1, 2. That's a straight. And then... a 5, I guess. One, 2, 3, 4, 4. That has to be the highest possible. Yeah, okay. -1 stress. You did well. You just tried to imagine the most destructive things humankind could do to the planet, and that was usually the answer, no matter how far-fetched. Deserts growing, terrible storms, sea level rising, species becoming extinct. Oh, scary. Cal and Tang look happy with their scores, too. As you file out of class, you catch up with Tang and share your thoughts about what you've been learning in class. Earth humans had space travel, gene tech. Shouldn't they have been able to fix the planet? Isn't science the solution to everything? Tang scoffs. Not even science can help people who don't believe in it, she says. Even if the solution is obvious to anyone with half a brain. If the people in charge don't do what needs to be done, what's the point? She stomps away, clearly frustrated by the subject. It's been a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the month wears on, you overhear arguments at dinner. Adults worrying that an attack is still coming, and others who don't think the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures, filing soundlessly from the classroom to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for the sirens to call the all clear. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then, just as the glow is starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the suns almost rise past the horizon again. The sirens start. You're reading a hall novel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. An alert flashes on your hall palm. Shelter in creche. This is not a drill. You get another message from your dad. Me and Mom are gonna stay in the greenhouses. We're safe. Just follow Auntie Anne to the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry. We're way more prepared than we were last year. Love you. Stay safe. You could go to the creche where you belong, or you could follow the security guards and see what's happening at the gates. Well, why have all this bravery if I'm not going to use it? Head for the gates. You sneak out of the living quarters and head towards the gate. You're immediately stopped by Security Chief Rhett, who's pretty hot, age 52. Chief of Security, a gruff man who new recruits are frightened by. He takes the colony's safety very seriously. The hell are you doing out here? This is no place for kids. Get your ass back inside. No, I'll help. Hey, you want a spoiler? This is not the right choice. I just got somebody else killed. But how was I supposed to know, dude? You're not, and it is what it is. That becomes red. That... No, yeah. Fuck it, yeah, that seems fine. Well, this would be really nice if it were in the other order, but then you're here, and... This can't be the best I can do. It might be the best I can do. 29. 31, son of a bitch. Nope. Hey, but 2 combat experience. Oh, I'm heroic. I didn't know that gave you heroic. I thought you had to do the thing that stops someone from getting killed. That's so funny. Well, hey, somebody died, but we still got the buff for next year. You're stuck around the outside of the skirmish at the gates, throwing rocks and yelling at any creature that gets too close. You're not sure if you made a difference, but the good news is at least you're not injured. Came to combat, -5 kudos. When the dust clears, Rhett spots you hiding in the shadows and personally escorts you back to your quarters, where Mom and Dad penalize you for disobeying them. When things have calmed down, you overhear your parents talking. I'm not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but because of all of his defensive improvements, we're actually exactly what we needed, your mom grumbles. Oh, he's going to be insufferable at the next council meeting. Your dad pats his hand. Credit where credit's due, Belle, he says, and she smiles despite herself. It could have been worse. Your mom nods, and they both sit in silence before your dad speaks again. Poor Hal, he says. What a way to go. Professor Hal? Your parents startle. Hey, Pumpkinhead. Your dad says, yeah, they're gonna announce it in a few hours. After everyone's had a chance to calm down. Yeah, it's noon, I know. He didn't make it. What happened? Don't worry about that, your mom replies, shooting your dad a look to keep him from talking. It's adult stuff, okay? You guys won't be able to go into the engineering wing for a little bit, not until it's decontaminated. You curl up quietly to think. Professor Hal can't just die. He can't just be gone. He's your teacher. The engineering wing's where you take classes. You can't imagine something bad happening in such a safe space. You fall asleep thinking that, for sure, there's been some mistake. Nope. Hey, but Tangent still likes us the most, despite being incredibly mean to me because I'm so dumb. Hey, stress isn't that high. Kudos are going up. We netted some loyalty. One of the most important items in the game, if you're min-maxy, is to get hot buy. And we're not min-maxing well. We're fucking up a lot because I don't have abilities that I would otherwise get. But Hal dying doesn't have to be bad. Hal dying is actually a prerequisite for unlocking something very important. So from here on out, we're going to go hard on engineering whenever possible. There is an event that you can only get if Cal is dead that I'm going to, or not Cal. Cal doesn't die. Cal shouldn't die. I'm doing nothing. Cal should live. Hal. There's something that you can get if Hal dies by studying engineering, and it takes a long time, and it's probably what we're doing with this run. I want biology high because I want to do something that I don't know if we'll be able to successfully do. I want to keep buffing this stuff and exploring to get supplies and a future mechanic, we'll see. Biology is important for a future thing. Combat is important for a future thing. As is, yeah, H12 is a big year. I don't know. I don't know. Page 12. I want to keep playing. That only took an hour and a half. Yeah, once you get into the speed of things, not so bad. But I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get up. Maybe take a walk. Maybe get a little treat, a little snack. And I may be back tonight, but it might be a quiet night. I will be continuing to stream and play this. It's been a couple of days. I didn't do it the next day. It might be intermittent. But I really do love this game, and I hope you've been enjoying it too. Until later, whenever that happens to be, I'm gonna say toodaloo. Take care. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.